Welcome students, welcome to our English classes, and we are dealing with the third lesson. I will do it about a boy who's very intelligent and he wrote his entrance exam, he got the seat and he's one step behind his wish. He's going to fulfill his wish, but at the same time his father kept a break for his wish and he said he was not in a position to send him to IIT college. So at the time he felt a great depression, and we also learned that he went to the railway station to wish his friends all the best. So one of his friends came near him and said, "You would have made it." So there we stop the lesson. And what is the meaning of "you would have made it"? And they may know that he is a very intelligent person. He can definitely get the success in the entrance rank, but so they only know that this boy is not joining in the institute. They only know that this boy didn't get the rank in the institute. They only know that he is away from them, but they don't know what happened behind this. But they don't know that this boy got the excellent rank in the entrance exam. They didn't know that his financial career is going to be the hindrance for his success. So there are so many reasons. So we too see many successful people and we too see many failed people. So why they are getting failed in their life? We don't know the real meaning. So we only see the success and failures. But if you really ask them what the reason for their failure, they tell us number of stories about their reasons. But some people, they really drop from their position, and some people, they never give up their position and they go on doing something in their life. So you might have do it. Here we can understand that that fellow may be talking easily about this boy's success. So you might have do it. నువ్వు కూడా చేసి ఉండవలసింది అంటే I'm a successful person. Here we can find a kind of pride in the successful people. But here he is not an unsuccessful person. He is also a successful person. But how many of them know about his success? He is successful person in two ways. One is he got the best rank in the entrance exam, and secondly he got the successful personality. He listened to his father's words. So how many of us will become successful so we all get successful in one way, by getting marks and by getting success. But how many of us can bear even the negative things also in a positive way? Prosperity and adversities. So what we call it as adversity. Adversity means which is not prosperity. So if you get ranks, if your parents are ready to join you in the institute and working hard, all these are positive things. But though he got the best rank, his parents, his father didn't allow him to join there. That's an adversity. But how many of us can take even the adverse situations in a positive way? So in that way also this boy is a successful person. So he got success. So we all pass in the exams, but this fellow, he passed in his life exam. So he is our role model. So he should be the role model for every boy in the society. So next, what happened? Let us see the lesson. Yes. He did not reply. He only wished all of them. They waved at him as the train slowly left the platform. So along with the train, his desires also slowly went to the Madras. His wish, he allowed his wishes to travel along his friends to Madras. Next, there itself he left about his things, he left about his thoughts, and now he is trying to think what to do next. A good human being, a successful person will not think about the past things. They only think the past things as the stepping stones for success. They only think the past incidents to make their futures happy. So this way also, he just simply waved his hands at his friends when the train slowly started moving away from the platform. He stood there even after he could no longer see the train or the waving hands. So simply we to do the same thing when you go to the railway station to send off your friends or to give send off to your relatives. So we go on looking at the train. The train may be going away from the station. The train might have left the station, but still we stand there and wave at the station. This boy also did the same thing. So he stood there even after he could no longer see the train or the waving hands. Here waving hands means they represent his friends. So he stood there and waved at them. So even after the train had left the station also, he stood there and started waving his hands like that. That means this boy's mind is not with him. He is thinking something about him. So I got that opportunity. Now I lost it. And they got the opportunity and they are going to fulfill it. So what is my future? So how to lead? So when you are thinking about something, so then only we do some things which are not under our control. When you are thinking about something very seriously, you go on moving your fingers in your plate without eating the food. And this boy also mechanically, he is not thinking with his brain. Mechanically, he is waving his hand at his friends, but internally, he is thinking about something. Yes. So it was the June in 1962 in Mysore city, and Mysore had set in and it was getting dark. Mysore had set in. Set in means we should understand about so June means it is our school reopening day. When does our school reopen? It reopens in our rainy season. So set in means we can think about the set in of the monsoon season. So June is the season of rainy season, beginning of the rainy season. So monsoon has set in and it was getting dark. So from the word getting dark we can understand that so it may be a rainy season, and now the clouds are completely, the sky is completely filled with the clouds and it is about to rain. So monsoons had set in and it was getting dark. It had started to drizzle. Drizzle means just lightly it started raining. Yet he stood there motionless. So he's not thinking about anything. He's thinking something very seriously in his mind. So what to do now? How to tackle my future? So what is my future? How to, where to, what to do? So all these things, all these thoughts are slowly coming, and here the entire dark clouds covered the sky and these thoughts covered his brain and thoughts. That's why even though it is raining, so he simply stood there and waving his hands. Waving his hands means so mechanically he is doing these things, but internally he is thinking something about his future. So we call this stage as incubation. Incubation means outside we do many things. So we seems to be doing many things in our life, but internally we go on thinking something in our brain. So all of a sudden we get some idea. So all of a sudden we get a solution. So all of a sudden we start doing that work. So when internally you are thinking, you may be quite alright, but your mind is not alright with you. Suppose if you have a desire, suppose if you have a thought. So simply you take one example, you want to say the name of a hero or a cricket player or something, but immediately you don't remember that name. But even after going to your house also you start thinking about them. Oh, what's his name? What's his name? So you remember all the things that are related to that person, and all of a sudden while you are sleeping or when you are doing some other work, you remember his name. So here this fellow's condition is also like that. He is talking with his friends, he is waving his hands and he is doing some activity, but internally he is thinking about his future, about his progress, about his success and everything. Next. So it was a monsoon season. Here monsoon season can also be compared with the life of this boy. So rainy season is very helpful for cultivating the crops. Only in the rainy season we can cultivate the crops. And here this boy's mind is also drizzling with some of his thoughts. And these thoughts are enabling him to lay a strong future for his life. He said to himself, so now he got an idea, he got some sense, or he thinking something, and he is talking to himself. Now he is talking, so we to talk with ourselves, no, I should do like that. So I am preparing for my lesson. So now I am playing in the ground. This is not the right way. Now I should do like that. So like that, many times you might have experienced talking with yourself. So I too talk with myself many times. So this is not the right way of teaching the lesson. So I should add some more examples. So here I did a mistake. So like that we talk with ourselves to rectify our defects or to strengthen our thoughts. I think you too might have experienced these things in your life. And now he started thinking or talking with himself. He said to himself, without anger or jealousy. So what is the reason for jealousy? Having jealousy on others. Can you fight with God? Can he fight with his parents? Or can he fight with his friends? With whom he can fight? So if you fight with or if you feel angry with others, we'll be the losers. Tana kopame, tana satru. So we'll be the losers, and we are going to gain nothing, and in addition we are going to lose everything in our life if you go on showing angriness on yourself. So without angriness and without jealousy, he's talking to and he's saying to himself, yes, all students from the IIT study well and do big things in life. So why do you want to go and join in IIT? To study nicely and to do some good jobs in our life. So an IITian means they are prepared to do some excellent things in our life. So an IITian, they create some excellent things useful to the society. And we have been seeing many things that are created by the IITians. Yes, it's fact. Because they are very intelligent. Because there is a great process in selecting the students for IIT. So there is nothing wonder in it. So all students from the IITs study well. They study well. Because they are intelligent students. And do big things in life. But it is not the institution who is studying the lessons, who is gaining the marks, and who is creating some excellent things in their life. Is it the institution? Do the buildings and benches do all these things? Who can do all these things? Who invent some good things to the society? Who are studying excellently and getting marks? So, individuals, students are studying, and students are gaining the marks. Not the institution. Okay, I know it. So by the institution we all get some name. Suppose if I am working in some institution, by that institution I will get some name. But an institution at the same time will also get some name from the students who are studying there. And more important thing is, without your hard work, without your efforts, and without your thing, you are not going to get the marks. So ultimately the institution is not writing for you. Ultimately your teachers are not writing your exams. The benches and desks, they are not doing anything. So they are providing a platform, they are providing some opportunity to make this person shine in his life. That means we are giving importance, credit to the institution, but ultimately if you are not working properly, if you won't study properly, you are not going to get good marks, or you are not going to have good future in our life. So individuals' efforts are very important. So, but it is not the institution. Ultimately, it is you and you alone who can change your life by hard work. You alone can change your life by hard work. So very strongly he believed in his hard work. So you prepare, your teachers teach nicely, and so it is an excellent institution, no doubt about it. But all these factors are not going to help you in future in your exams. So wherever you may be and whatever you may be doing, so in your examination hall, you only should work hard. And if you are prepared to work hard in your life is going to be in a great way. So we are seeing many students in our society. So they may be studying in some normal schools, but still they are getting some excellent marks and they are performing well in their life. And some students who studied in normal schools also getting some excellent jobs like IAS and IAFs like that. So what is the main reason behind it? And we are also seeing some people who are even studying in IITs also getting some less marks, and some students are even being failed in their exams. So what is this? So IIT is an institution, we all agree and we all accept it. But an institution is not studying for you. The individual's efforts are more important than the institution. So he strongly believed it and advocating, telling all of us to do hard work to develop in our lives. Probably he was not aware that he was following the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita. So he is following the principles of Bhagavad Gita. What is the principle of Bhagavad Gita? And we all know about this epic. So it was Bhagavad Gita is an excellent part in epic Mahabharata. So when Arjuna was sitting away from the war, and when he threw his bow and arrow and kept a sorrowful face, miserable face, so Sri Krishna went to him and said, why? What is the reason for sitting there? He said, so my teachers, my brothers and all my relatives are standing before me. So how can I fight with them? How can I challenge them and how can I kill them? But then Krishna told him a beautiful lesson. It is a lesson for all the human beings. So nowadays we are separating the epics and talking them, these books belongs to these groups and these books belongs to this group. I only believe that all the religious books are not belonging to certain religion. They belong to every person. That's why I call them as man-making books. They are not religious books. They are man-making books. How we are making the products. So like that, so Bhagavad Gita will prepare some excellent human beings that will prepare the man to work for the life, work for the society. He said, no, my dear Arjuna, if you throw your arrows and sit like that, your enemies will definitely come and kill you. Even the elderly people or educated people will also never accept your words. They too never respect you. Come on, pick up your arms, pick up your weapons and fight. So here you are not fighting. You are just simply performing your activity. No man should run away from his work. So the result may be not favorable to you. But that's why we should not think about our results. So as per Bhagavad Gita, we learn that, so never think about your result. Your duty is to do your work, perform your work. That's important for us. Your duty is important. So my dear students, if you start thinking about your results, you can't perform well. So that's what we are injecting everybody in the society. Right from the first class onward, the student is thinking only about his 10 out of 10 grade or some other things, about his results. So results are not in our hand. When the results are not in our hand, how can you think about the results? How can you predict about them? So the only thing that is in your hand is your hard work, your performance and your practice. So that's why you go on doing your practice, never mind about the results, and try to put your extreme hard work in your work. And try to do it with sincerity and do it with determination. That's all. That's in your hand. We can do only up to that. But results and all these things, we should never think about them. Whether you may achieve or fail. Failure is not in our hands, and success is also not in our hands. But the only thing that is in your hand is to do hard work. And this fellow also believed the same thing, not aware of Bhagavad Gita principle. We don't know whether he was aware of that principle or not, but unknowingly the thought came to his mind. So I should work hard. I should work hard. Forget about the institution. Forget about the place where I am standing. Next, he said to himself, probably he was not aware of that he was following the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. Your best friend is yourself, and your worst enemy is yourself. So, once again, back to Vivekananda's quotation. Everything is within you. How you think, how you feel, we get the same result. I already told you, if you sow the mango seed, we won't get the rice crop. So here in our brain, if you inject some positive ideas, so your efforts and your results will also be in a positive way. If you sow some negative ideas in your brain, your performance will also be in a negative way, and never you are going to get any success in our life. So the same concept he is thinking in his life. So you are your best friend. Yes, all is well. We have seen the movie, all is well, all is well, all is well. This kind of thoughts will give us some positive sense. Everything will be well. Everything will be good. So I can do it. So I love it. I do it. I get success. So all these are the positive instructions we are giving to our brain. So your thought is your friend. And if you go on thinking negatively about your abilities, capacities, so you will be the best enemy in your life. So nothing is, there is nothing in others. There is nothing with fate. You don't need to calculate your fate by swinging your palms and approaching some people. So just what we say, your future is in your grips. If you think, you can. If you can't, you can't. That's what we learned in the poem in the previous class. So you are the best friend for yourself, and you are the best enemy for yourself. So later he worked hard. He believed in hard work. That's why he worked hard. So I told you that we should all respect our hard work. We should all believe our capacities. Those who believe and keep faith on these two things will definitely get success. So work hard. He worked hard and focused on one thing. He focused only on one thing. What is that one thing? I should come up. I should come up. So I did believe in hard work. So I wanted to become an engineer by studying in IIT, but I did not get that opportunity. Wherever I stayed, yes, he concentrated only on one thing, never bothered about his personal life or comforts. So every student should digest this point in their life. So if you want one thing, you should forego the other thing. If you want only the success, you should forget about your comforts, you should forget about your personal life. So what is personal life means? If you want to eat something for our maintenance, for our sustenance. So that is very important thing. But we should not show interest only on eating. So some students, they concentrate more on their eating. They sit before the TVs and start eating more and more. So if you do like that, so definitely you should forego your success. Don't think about your future. Don't think about your success at all. So a successful person will forego their comforts. So they won't sit in the AC rooms and study. Nowadays we are seeing in advertisements also. So ours is an AC school. We provide all varieties of comforts to the students. But a student should not be provided with any comforts. The student should be forced, should be inculcated to learn with some ordinary or normal facilities. You need a bench to sit. You need a pencil or pen to write. You need some books to write. But we no need to provide any AC books or AC rooms or cushion seats to sit. So if you sit like that, you don't get any education. You simply get some sleep and you sleep on the benches itself. So education itself is a hard work. Education itself is a sacrifice. So if you want those things, you should prepare. If you want success, so you mentally prepare to forego all your personal things. So what is the personal things? Your birthday is approaching and you want some new clothes and you want to celebrate your birthday in a nice way. But tomorrow on the birthday is your exam. So will you concentrate on your exam or go out and enjoy with your friends? Which one do you select? An ordinary person will definitely give importance for his happiness and for his celebrations, but a person who gives much importance and much value to the education will definitely forego all his personal things. So how do the IAS aspirants prepare for their exams? They won't come out of their rooms. They won't even come out of their books. They go on studying like that. So what is this? Are you a bookworm? Are you a bookworm? So you may think like that. The entire society may think about them like that, but they never deviate from their goals. Their goal is to achieve something. Their goal is to make something successful in their life. So they prepare like that and they show the world only the hard work will win the race. Next, he shared his wealth with others. He shared his wealth with others. So where is the real happiness? So will the real happiness lie in earning the money and eating for yourself? So a selfish person may do like that, but the real happiness will lie when you share your wealth for the needy people. When you share your happiness with your friends and others. So just if you sit in the mirror room and start eating everything you like. So some people, they put them ornaments, gold ornaments. So when do they feel happy? When they come out of their houses, when others appreciate them and praise them. Oh, what a lovely jewelry it is. So it's a very, like that, if they go on listening to some praising words, they feel happy. So if they sit in the house, nothing will happen to him. In the same way, money, what you earn, should be distributed to the needy people. When the needy people are feeling happy and when the needy people are feeling satisfied in their lives, then you get the real happiness. So how you are feeling happy and how your parents are feeling happy when you are happy. In the same way, the earnings, that's why our elders will say that you should earn with your right hand and spend with your left hand. The right hand should not know how much you are spending and the left hand should not know how much you are earning. So that's why we all put our pockets here and the heart is also located on our left side. So they say like that. That means you should not know how much you are donating to the needy people. We have seen in the recent calamity, recent epidemic, some lakhs of people, some great people, they donated some crores and crores of rupees for the needy people. So it's really a good thing for the development of a country. Development means not your development. The real development means you should develop and you should also make others to develop in their lives. That's the real development. Next, he never used the help of any caste, community or political connections to go up in life. So if you really want to develop in your life, so you should stand on your legs. You should believe your capacity and you should come up in your life with your own efforts. But so I belong to so-and-so caste, so I belong to so-and-so community. With all these words, you should not try to come up in your life. So this caste, this community, this religion, so these things will never help us in our life. So that is not the real way. So to which caste you may belong to, what is for me? So caste, religion, creed, so all these things should not be a hurdle for the development of a person. And this fellow, he never used these things. He never talked about his caste. He never used his political connections. He never used all these things for getting up in his life. So all these things are somewhat morals for us. So we should learn some lessons from these people, and I hope you understood this lesson, you follow the lesson and try to understand the reality of life. So until then, stay at home and be happy. Never come out of your houses and put your lives in risk. Thank you.